lovely souls here in the sanctuary, and all you lovely souls there on live stream. This is our 20-minute silent meditation. And I wanted to introduce the idea that the Dalai Lama taught meditation in the recent movie, The Wisdom of Happiness. And it was very simple. It's just breathing in, rest, and breathe out. So when you find your seat, a comfortable position for yourself, you're welcome to use his instructions. And we'll reconvene in 20 minutes. Enjoy this time of silence. if something challenging or difficult or scary occurred in your meditation, the wisdom is to turn towards it, to look into it with curiosity. And if you need help with that, the prayer chaplains here are available. And the service will begin at 10 a.m. Thank you for your sharing of your practice.
Jeremy Lieber and the Renegade Monks, everyone. Oh, good morning. It's a hard morning, isn't it? Yeah. So it's in these moments in particular when there just seems to be so much going on in the world that we feel like, I don't know about you, but there's a sense of get into that powerlessness sort of headspace, like I'm just observing something from so far away. And so I think the series I'm going to be doing is right on target. I'm going to be doing a 3-week series on the 12 powers and how we can use our capacities to be able to empower us and engage us and support us so that we are able to move forward in the world, not just for our own inner sanity, which is certainly important, but so that we can move forward in action, in time and in space, so that we truly are being in service to the whole world and not just our little corner of it. We live in a really beautiful little bubble here. We live in a really beautiful little bubble, and so it's like it's inviting us all into a greater understanding of love. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Reverend Deanne Morency. I'm the senior minister here, and we are a community. Unity is so committed to practical application of our spiritual principles. That prayer is an important component of who we are and what we do, and it's a very specific type of prayer called affirmative prayer. But what that affirmative prayer is designed to do is remind us of who we actually are, remind us of the capacities and the abilities that we actually have, so that we can show up in time and in space from that understanding of our innate divinity. And so we're a community that's really grounded in love, and we're really grounded in application, right? Putting it to work in time and in space. And this is the times, right, where we're being called to stand in something with more clarity and with more compassion, and to be steadfast in our values and who we are. So to start off our service this morning, we always have like a centering song. Anybody feel like they need to just unhook a little bit? Whew. So this is your opportunity to start that process, right? To allow yourself to just truly be here, right here, in this room. For those who are watching online, which we have, everyone take a breath. We have more people watching online than we do sitting in the seats right now. So I would love for everybody to just turn around, and we're all going to wave to the people who are online, and we're going to say, welcome, you're right here with us in our hearts, and the people who are still coming in, we're waving to them too. We are talking about in this very room in consciousness, right? And that transcends time and space. So whenever you're watching online, just know that you're right here with us in this very room. So I'm going to invite up the Soul Sisters. They got 2 or 3 today. And feel free to use this time to center yourself.
There's quite enough joy. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, sweet spirit, spirit is in this very room.
And today, there's candle lighting vigils happening right now all around the world, and I know that members of our own community are probably there in this moment. But I thought in solidarity that we too would light a candle. And the candle is for so many names, actually. I know that for some of you, perhaps Renee Good and Alex Peretti are the first ones that are really landing for you, but they're not the first. And so we're going to light this candle in solidarity. We're going to light this candle for all who are feeling the pain and the fear. And we're lighting this candle in gratitude, right? Gratitude for people who are standing with us in their values, in what they know they are being called to be and to do in this world. Making this world truly a place that is more compassionate, that is more loving, that is more open. So the invitation is to just keep breathing with me as we open our hearts and I open our minds to the possibilities that are truly always available, even in these moments that feel so dark, that feel so heartbreaking. I'm going to invite Kathleen O'D to come forward with the prayer box. I'm going to invite the prayer chaplains to rise and encircle the community, and anyone who wishes to join them, please feel free. There's no pressure to join them, but if you'd like to join them in anchoring consciousness, and know that if you're watching at home, that we're anchoring you right here as well, as we're just in agreement as to creating a container that can support, that can nourish us in the most challenging times. A container that is anchored in faith, our capacity to believe, and what do we want to believe? It's always the question we get to ask ourselves, what do I want to believe in? And I'm going to invite us all to believe in the power of love, to believe in the innate strength that is our gift and our capacity, to believe in wisdom, knowing that there is no obstacles to these capacities, even when it seems like it. So we breathe together as we open into the wholeness that is our true nature. It's not the idea we have about ourselves. It's not this beautiful, magnificent human shell. It is the deeper understanding of that highest self. And as we rest in this space and create this heart-to-heart, hand-to-hand openness, supportive structure, I invite you to place into this container anyone and anything that you're carrying in your heart. You can speak the names into the space, or you can say them quietly to yourself. just knowing whether it's spoken or unspoken. Just allow yourself to feel the support that is palpably present in this room. Allow yourself to really recognize that we are not alone. We are not alone. And that as we get more clarity about who we are and what we believe in and how we're called to show up, that we attract to, we are called to, like-minded, like-hearted. And that as we say yes to that, we are bringing more love, more compassion, opening hearts that we may think are closed, but I'm going to invite us to open to the idea that everyone's heart is open. Available to connect, available to be transformed towards a brighter future, towards a more loving future, towards a more abundant future, towards a more healthy and vital future. And it begins right here and right now with each one of us through our yes. Anchoring love, anchoring strength, anchoring wisdom within ourselves and for the world. How grateful I am for this community, how grateful I am for all the beings of light and love in this world that are putting feet to their prayers, that are putting feet to their values, that are bringing voice to what is most important. Love and more love. And gratitude for this and so much more. I do give so much thanks. And I invite you to just open your heart with all that gratitude in agreement, like knowing that this prayer is done and saying, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Please be seated, everyone. I'm going to invite James to come forward as our service assistant today.
Good morning. Warm up the hands here. Yeah, we're color coordinated today. You're in black like me. So you had to be around a while to get that one. All right, we are all part of the welcome team. Welcome. We have a table out in the courtyard after service where we have a bunch of goodies, and there have been some really yummy goodies lately. And my New Year's resolution, at least for the month of January, was to cut out the sweets. And so I haven't had even dark chocolate this month. And I have a dark chocolate club that We'll see what February brings, though. All right. We have many ways of staying connected here. In your bulletin, there's a spiritual connection card. There's a QR code. You can connect with text, 415-991-7111. And we are on all of the social media platforms. So no excuse for not being connected with Unity and Marin. And we have a vision statement. And why don't we know that together? A world spiritually awakened and transformed through realizing our divine potential. And our mission statement: we are a loving community dedicated to spiritual growth, inclusivity, and service. We honor and care for ourselves, each other, and the natural world. And our core values: connectivity, living in an awareness of unity with all, inclusivity, cultivating a safe space to celebrate diversity and value the uniqueness of every person, authenticity, being true to ourselves, our values, and spirit. I'm looking over at Jeannie, who keeps staring at me. And Jeannie, it's been great having you up here now with us. I'm going to try to channel your energy. But work with me here. I'll be me. Okay. All right. Yes. And only one James. All right. Today's flower sponsor is Unity in Marin. We're thank you to Dr. Cindy Acker and the Unity in Marin Choir for an incredible holiday season. Yes. In our hospitality flower sponsorship, Artist Collector of the Week. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll have one next week. All right. If you are interested, see Charcel and sign up. All right.
So each week we like to highlight and to recognize people who show up in sacred service, because without people saying yes to sacred service, we would not be able to function at all. And so, as James mentioned, potluck has been awesome. And so the names that I'm about to call are in no way, shape, or form the only people who have been contributing, but they are the ones that somehow got brought to my attention. So we have Elizabeth Dunleavy, Cindy Hall, and Lindsay Klump have been contributing like incredible food. So if they could please rise, and anyone else who's been bringing anything but sugar to hospitality, please stand up so we can thank you as well. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, let's try not to OD on the sugar. I know it's an easy thing to grab, but, you know, anything else is helpful, right? Anything else is helpful. We have with us today the fabulous Deborah Winters, along with our fabulous band. And so I'm going to turn it over to Deborah.
Thank you, and I get to use the pink mic. Speaking of colors, I know, I got the memo. Letting you know every single dream. I pray with trust and believe that every moment of my wandering never changes, that you're beside me. I've tried to win this war, now I confess, to be a force for good as you suggest. You're the power, light of my life. No matter what I face, you're by my side. You are my strength and comfort. You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. You light my way for good. And in my faith, I will trust in you. Truth is, you know what tomorrow brings. There's not a day ahead you have not seen. So in all things be my life and breath. My faith is in your truth and nothing less. You are my strength and comfort. You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. You light my way for good. And I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. You are my strength and comfort. You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. You light my way for good. And in my faith, I will trust, I will trust in you. Yes, I will trust in you. Yes, I will trust in you. Oh, I will trust in you. I will trust in you.
Thank you. You know, I love that song. And it's also interesting when we think about how unity holds this idea of what that you would be, right? So that you is, I want everybody to just look around at each other, because we're it, right? We are the you. We are the you. When I'm having a moment, anybody in here have a moment this week? Well, just one. When I'm having a moment, you know, I turn to you. I turn to the prayer chaplains. I turn to people who can see the truth of who I am in that moment, who can see more clearly what is happening, what is actually happening, right? And that you is also us, right? How many people in here, when you have a moment, what's your first impulse? Glass of wine, right? I'm just sharing my own truth here. And the second thought, I'm going to go sit and meditate, right? I'm going to go sit. I'm going to go be still. I'm going to pause. I'm going to listen. I'm going to align myself. It doesn't mean that I don't have to have that I might not still have that glass of wine, but I'm going to be having that glass of wine from a different state of consciousness. Can you feel what I'm saying around that? So, we did that whole beautiful ritual with the new year and the 12 powers, and people were super excited about them, and I thought, let's do a series, right? Let's do a series. And specifically, again, practical application of these powers, so that it's not just an idea that's sort of living in our heads, like, oh, wouldn't it be great if we were all strong? What does it actually mean to embody the power of strength? So we're going to move for the next 3 weeks. We're going to do 4 powers a week. So we're starting with the inner architect of transformation, because in Unity we understand that the first place that we have to begin is ourselves. Like, you know, we're on the airplane, and you got to put the oxygen on yourself before you can give the oxygen to the child sitting next to you, right? Then we're going to look at how within ourselves we can activate change. Right? How do we get that energy of change moving? And then the final week will be, how do we actually bring it out into the world? This is the hardest part. What we would call the realization, right? And it's part of our prayer practice, is we realize truth. And what that means is that we find a way to make it real in time and in space, something that's measurable. Not just, oh, I'm going to send loving thoughts, which is a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong. But it's really hard to measure loving thoughts, yes? But I'm going to take my love, and I'm going to go, and I am going to buy food, and I'm going to drop that food off at a food bank. Is that more measurable? That's what we're talking about. How do we live it, not just think about it? So today, we're starting with the 4 powers of faith, strength, wisdom, and love. And let me be really clear about all of this. This is like 12 powers through Deanne's prism, right? You could have picked any 4 powers for the inner architecture of transformation. Yes? For me, these 4 sort of become a foundational rock that enables me to be able to move forward. So these are the 12 powers. For those who don't know what the 12 powers are, 12 powers is an idea that Charles Fillmore got from Emma Curtis Hopkins. And Emma Curtis Hopkins, one of the things I love about New Thought is that all of the founding, they're all founding women. Pretty much across the board, all of the New Thought groups that arose were founded by women. And so Emma Curtis Hopkins was known as the teacher's teacher because she taught every single person who founded a denomination that is understood to be New Thought. Yeah, she's pretty incredible. So, matriarchy, woohoo! Think about that though, in the 1800s, women ministers as a given. Right? So the idea behind the 12 powers is, how do we find a way to live into the wholeness that we are, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha consciousness, the Gaia consciousness, the wholeness that is about consciousness? How do we actually do that in time and in space? And so Emma Curtis Hopkins had what she called the 12 gates, and Charles took that and turned it into the 12 powers. And these 12 powers, when they're aligned within us, reveal the truth of our Christ, Buddha, Gaia, Atman consciousness, right? You hear me say all of them in balance, together. And so what it gives us is really concrete tools. Can you feel how all of a sudden the idea of that kind of elevated consciousness, which feels like, whoa, that's all the way over there? Well, I can break it down now, and I can focus, and I can grow, and I can make it a practice for myself to be able to find what that harmony is. If you want to learn more about the 12 powers, Linda Martella-Wissett, my fellow partner in crime for the book we wrote together, Discover Your Divinity, she has a great book called Divine Audacity, where what she does is break down all the 12 powers. So the work that I'm going to be sharing with you today is based on her book, Divine Audacity, and guess what? It's available in the bookstore. Christine's going to be so happy I said that, unless we don't have any in the bookstore, and then she'll be like, what are you doing to me? But we can order them for you. So again, we're looking today, this week, to how we can support inner transformation. We begin from here. We have a tagline, right? It's all an inside job. It's all an inside job. Because what's happening here within my beingness is everywhere present for everyone, available and accessible. So as I grow my consciousness, what becomes available in the world is that consciousness. And that's how we support each other to up-level what we might call, groupthink, right? Groupthink is always mediocrity. It's always the average. Nothing too radical, nothing too conservative. It's always going to be right there in the average. Are we here to be average? No. Nope. Right? Nope. So how we are, and here's the thing I need everyone to understand, is you are already using all 12 of these powers. They're yours. It's not something you need to go find. It's not something you need to, oh, I don't have faith. No, you do, but you have faith in the fact that you don't have faith. Right? It's what you believe. Right? So how we use these 12 powers shapes how we see, interpret, and respond to life. And so we're going to look at faith, strength, wisdom, and love. And Charles has this very complicated color thing and points on the body. You can dive into that all you want, but I gave you the colors. because it sometimes helps to think about what the colors are and what they mean for you. So faith is our ability to believe, to intuit, to perceive. Strength is our ability to endure, to stay the course and persevere. Wisdom is our ability to evaluate, discern, and apply what we know. And love is our ability to harmonize, attract, and unify. Can you already get a sense of how these 4 powers are going to work together? Right? So, as I have said, if you want to know more about faith, you can look at Advent Week 1, which is always the Sunday after Thanksgiving, if you're looking on YouTube for it, where we always begin from faith. And we begin from faith because it's bare, right? There's nothing there. Anybody ever feel like that? Just there's nothing there to grab hold of. That's a belief that we have that there's nothing there to hold on to. Everyone just breathe into that with me for a second. We are exercising our faith all the time. We have faith that we can't pay our bills. We have faith that we'll never find another job. We have faith that I'm never going to feel well again. That is our power of faith, not actually being used in a way that supports our highest and best. Can you feel the truth of that? So, it is the power of our perception, and what we understand in unity is that where we want that perception arising from is from the spiritual truth of who we are, not from the conditions, not from what we might be experiencing day to day, but we want it to arise from the divinity that is each of our birthright. And the piece about faith that I love is that it's also the power of our conviction. How clear are we about what it is that we believe, what it is that we understand how the world works? And then most of you hear me say possibility and potential all the time, right? What is that state of expectancy? Are we settling for what we have always known? Or are we able to perceive, to believe, to intuit a world that works for everyone? And I'm not saying that cultivating our faith is easy, but that's what we're being invited into. So in those moments when we watch the news or we see a headline come across or a friend is sick or we might be losing our job or whatever's going on in our life, the invitation is to say, okay, how can we hold this so that I feel empowered? Remember, this is our year of empowerment. So I haven't been feeling so great, right? And so I've been actually taking sick days. It's almost 5 years. I've never taken a sick day until this time, right? And what's so beautiful is that the staff has totally taken care of stuff. They're totally rolling, right? Yeah, let's give them some applause, right? So can you see how, I could focus on, I'm not there, I'm worried, and nothing's going to get to... No, my perception is look, I have this incredible staff that have their own capabilities, and they're getting to shine. They're getting to step in. Oh, what if I actually could take that off my shoulders? Can you feel how much more empowering that perception is? So, the piece that ties in with faith is our power of strength. It ties in that way of conviction. Remember, faith is our conviction, our clarity. Strength is our ability to be steadfast, to sort of be grounded in. Anybody feel off-center lately? Strength is the thing that enables us to stay grounded in the midst of whatever might be swirling around us. So it is our ability to endure, to stay the course, and to persevere. So can you see how faith and strength tie in together? What we want to stay the course and endure for is the vision of a world that works for everyone that we can perceive and intuit. So it is the stabilizing power. Oh, anybody in here want to be a little more stable? Right? It is the power of courage. And I got to tell you, with what's happening in the world today, do we need courage? Yes. To actually still stand up and speak out? Yes, we do. And it is the power of tenacity. And I got to tell you, I may be tired, I may not be feeling 100%, but I am tenacious around this idea that we are here to build a world that works for everyone. Right? I'm not coming off that mark. I don't care what is happening in the world. I am not coming off that mark. So how do you access your power of strength? How do you use that for yourself, for others in the world around you? It does not mean that you have to always be on top of everything. You always have to be like, rah, rah. It means that you're actually grounded into the truth of who we actually are. Having strength and courage might mean that you actually lean into other people, right? It's not about being in it alone. But so can you feel how faith, our ability to perceive, and we add into this her strength, our ability to stay the course, to endure, to have that stick-to-itness. Anybody in here like ready to have some stick-to-itness? I know I am, right? Like, okay, enough. I'm not going to be buffeted anymore. Which then brings us to wisdom. And wisdom is our ability to evaluate and discern and actually begin to apply what it is we know. And I'm not talking about this mental process. I'm talking about that deepest intuitive understanding of who I am. What is it? Where am I choosing from? Am I choosing from fear? Am I choosing from truth? Am I choosing from an awareness of how much more capable I am than I think I am? So it is our power of right judgment. It is our ability to make sound choices. It is the power of discernment so that we can listen beneath the logic. How many people in here, like the logical decision would have been to do A, but instead we did triple Z 1, 2, 3, and that was actually the best thing we could have done? That's our wisdom guiding us, supporting us, and then it's rooted in our power of intuition. That there is an inner compass that we have, that if we are practicing listening to it, it will never fail you. Really take that in. It will never fail you. It is always there. It's always just waiting to be heard. We often talk about the revelation of our Christ nature in sort of like very biblical language, right? But when we talk about revelation, what we're talking about is the revealing of something. So the revealing of our divine self sounds a lot less biblical, right? It's being able to understand who we truly are. So wisdom really ties into our core value of authenticity. Knowing who we are, understanding who we are, choosing from who we are authentically. Even if it sort of takes us outside of groupthink, takes us outside of the quote-unquote norm. Now, I don't know about you. I've been bucking the norm my entire life, right? And that's its own story, its own perception, right? And some of us have felt the beauty of belonging in that like more open space rather than being quote-unquote on the outside. We're all being invited to stand in who we truly are and to know that whether we're inside or outside, it doesn't exist. There's just one life, one heart, one breath, one beingness. And then love. And I really this is not about the emotion of love. The emotion of love is a wonderful thing. But how many of us say, oh yeah, no, I fell out of love? I'm talking about the love that you can't fall out of. You can't even fall into it because it's you. There's no place to go. It's already who you are. And that love is magnetizing, right? It's the thing that draws us forward from our heart's desire. It is harmonizing. It allows our words and our thoughts and our actions and our heart and our wisdom. It takes everything and integrates it all, harmonizing it. And it is the power of unity. It is our ability to remember that there is no difference between us and them. There is nothing separate from me. There is no bad guy. There is no good guy. Breathe with me, because I have been really having to sit with this. And my practice last night was to obviously holding everyone who's hurt and in pain and afraid, but also holding those ICE agents that their hearts can hold, that they're not broken by the misalignment, right? That they're able to heal, that they're able to heal into something that is about more love and more empathy and not about more separation. Because they're not separate from me. Anybody in here ever been so afraid that you just did something instinctively and intuitively and like all the pressure and all the tension just building and building and building? There is no excuse for what happened. And can we be a compassionate presence that isn't just on one side of the fence? And I know that's really hard to hear. I've been struggling with it myself. That's the practice, right? That's the practice. What do we really believe? If I really believe that we're all one, then no one is separate from me. Welcome to my world. But that's why we come together, right? I mean, you can't do this alone. Can you feel how almost impossible that feels? But then somebody will look at me and go, oh no, honey, let's shore up that faith. Because everything is possible when we all say yes. Great things can happen. Entire political systems can be shifted on a dime because of people acting, moving, supporting, standing. So these powers are our inner compass, especially for uncertain times, because faith is what we see with, strength is what holds us, wisdom is what guides us, and love is what unifies all of it. And together, they create and support the inner conditions that are necessary for transformation, for me to transform, for me to say, what do I really believe? Where does the rubber meet the road? And how am I called to act in this? How am I called to live in this and truly be aligned with my highest self? Not give in to the fear and the doubt and the worry and the impossibleness, but instead root myself in infinite potential, in the fact that here's the thing, I truly do know that love has no opposite. It may look like it out there sometimes, but love has no opposite. Not the feeling, but that divine power to unify, to harmonize, to connect. It is always available to us. So, what these four powers bring us is clarity, conviction, possibility, steadiness, courage, intuition, wise action, heart-centered, and compassion. Now, some of these you might need to bring to yourself. Maybe you need to bring some of that heart-centered compassion to yourself. Is there a part of you that's feeling outside? Part of you that you're making a us and them internally with? A part of your body? A part of how you move through the world? We can be so harsh on ourselves. So we begin from that inner place of transformation. And so for this week, and I wanted to talk about, because that inner place is going to lead us to how we show up in the world. So I know that people have noticed the private signs that have gone up around campus, yes? Yes. Well, for those people who noticed, they really noticed, because I heard. And if you didn't notice, just know that there's a really clear reason why we have put those signs up. So we had teachers who were here on work visas, legal work visas. And what those private signs enable us to do legally is to not allow ICE onto the campus without a judicial warrant. Okay? They're on some of the classrooms and rooms for the same reason. In case somehow they actually get into the campus, there's other places for people to go. Now, if you were on campus, and this is in your own life too, I was watching on TikTok, this woman was ordering a DoorDash, and the driver, this was in Minneapolis, the driver came to her door, dropped off the food and said, "I'm being followed by ICE," and ran inside her house. And ICE was sitting right outside this woman's window. And the woman whose house it was like, "I don't know, she's calling 911. I don't know what to do. Now here's the thing. Because she didn't invite that woman in, the woman just came in of her own volition, that woman who owned the house was protected. If she had said to the woman, come in, then she's not. Yeah. Right? So I want everyone to understand the fine-tuning of this, right? Is that we have all these private signs, but you can't say to anybody, "Oh, you should go in there." People, and we let people know on campus, you can go there if you need to go there, but we can't invite people there. But if we didn't invite them there, and they're there, we do not have to let ICE in. Okay? So this is part of it. Like maybe that's part of what you get to do this week, is bone up on what your rights are, right? Understand what you can do and what you can't do to create a safe space for you as well as for the people that we're trying to support through this very difficult time. So Rachel, who is a light in the world, her and her father, from El Salvador, they both had work visas, which on a Friday night at 9 p.m. standard to our time, so midnight around the rest of the country, on the news, nobody got anything official. Nobody got a letter, nobody got an email. On the news, it was put out that those work visa programs from these certain countries had been canceled, and people needed to leave within 30 days. I mean, that's how it played out. So she and her father decided that, these are people who did the right thing. These are people who filed all the right paperwork. These are not law-breaking persons, right? She and her father, even though there's court things going on and, all kinds of stuff to try and stop it, and her parents, they were just like, we're going to go back to El Salvador. Which broke my heart, because she is an incredible gift at Hamilton Montessori School. Cindy, our fabulous Cindy Acker, found a 1-year Montessori training program in El Salvador that she was able to get Rachel and her father enrolled in, and at the end of that year, they will be eligible for a work visa to come back. Can you see what happens when we don't just cave to the impossibility of something? When we don't just go, what are we going to do? She's got to go back to El Salvador. There's nothing we can do. You try saying that to Cindy Acker. There's nothing we can do. That woman will just kind of look at you like, oh yeah, let's come with me, right? Come with me, because there's plenty we can do. She found a way because she listened to her wisdom. She listened to her values. She worked it. She was on the phone with senators and congressmen, and she was working it. And she found a way to not just support Rachel, but to also support her father and to support Hamilton Montessori. Like, it's win-win for everyone. In case you don't know, there's a severe shortage of Montessori teachers, which is exactly why they will be able to come back into the country, because there are no Montessori teachers. Like, it's a dire shortage. So do you see how when we bring all of our powers together, we're able to actually create a place of transformation? And if Cindy had just sort of, oh, well, that's what the government decided, then Rachel and her father and us would be losing out on something that is possible. So here's your practices for the week, right? For faith. Notice where you feel small and limited. You know where it is, right? Choose to see infinite potential and speak from possibility. It's really important that you don't just sort of keep it all in your head. You have to speak it. That's an act of making something real. Sound waves are measurable. Right? They are. That's why we believe our affirmative prayer practice is to speak aloud, to speak the word, because we're making something real through our actual vocalization of it. Strength. Just a couple times a day, just feel your feet. Breathe in to your center and just say, I am grounded, I am stable, I am steadfast. Let's say that right now. I am grounded, I am stable, I am steadfast. Right? Remind yourself of the truth of who you are. Wisdom. Just pause. Just pause. Somebody said that at the very beginning, right? Anytime you feel like, what I gotta do is pause. Right? I'm going to pause and I'm going to listen. What actually aligns with my highest self? Not the part of me that's scared about something or thinking from a lack consciousness or, there's not going to be enough of that. This piece of listening and pausing has probably been, for the past 20 years, like my biggest growth edge, right? And I've gotten to the point now where if I don't get to something, I go, I guess I need to keep thinking and listening as to whether that's the thing that I actually am still supposed to be doing, right? Like, just keep asking the question. And the things that you are called to do, they're going to rise right to the top. Trust me. Trust me on that. And then the love piece. Really just notice, it's so prevalent right now, this us and them over there and us here, and just notice when you're feeling that energy in your body. Was it Norman Fisher in the book that we did? He talks about how when we are caught in separation, we are literally ripping the fabric of reality. That's what we are doing. We're ripping apart something that's whole. So just notice it. And then choose words and actions of harmony and connection over separation. And just do the best you can, right? Just do the best that you can. You don't have to be perfect at it. But just keep breathing into, okay, how can I be a more compassionate presence right now? How can I be more loving right now? How can I be a place that isn't about condemnation? Enough? Did I give everyone enough to think about? So let's just take this into a time of meditation, of listening. I know that was a lot. But remember, we're beginning with inner transformation. So small baby steps, that's all you got to do. Small baby steps. You don't need to take on all of the giantness that is what's happening in the world. Small baby step for myself. Do I wake up and think thoughts of separation? How do I realign myself? Do I wake up and worry that there's not going to be enough time, enough money, enough love, enough. Breathe and reactivate my faith. What is possible in the world and the realm of infinite potential? What is possible? And what if I actually believe in that? In the course of your day, all those decisions that we make moment to moment to moment to moment. Oh, can we pause? Can we let the mind take a rest? And can we allow that which we truly are? It's always speaking in ways that we can understand if we take the time to listen. And where is it that your strength feels clear? And where do you start to feel a little wobbly? And how can you ground yourself in truth and love, in light more fully? So let's just rest here. And we're going to lean into the power of wisdom and just pause and listen as to what it is that we're being invited to grow into this week. What is it that is ours to discern and to know on that deeply intuitive level? Let's rest right here for a few moments in the silence. How good it is to know that just by creating space, that we are beginning the process of transformation, alchemic transformation, moment by moment by moment. It is happening right now. And as we go forth this week, consciously looking to cultivate our capacities of faith, of love, of wisdom, and of strength. Everything we need, we already have. So that light within each one of us, I see it burning so bright, so clear, so strong, and so powerful. How grateful I am for this and so much more beyond words. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. So the affirmation, I'll say it first, and then you can know it with me. I am the powers of faith, strength, wisdom, and love, saying yes to possibility, steadiness, wise action, and compassion. Can we know this together, please? I am the powers of faith, strength, wisdom, and love, saying yes to possibility, steadiness, wise action, and compassion. And so it is. Amen.
thought sooner or later the lights up above will come down in circles and guide me to love. But I don't know what's right for me, I cannot see straight. I've been here so long and I don't want to wait for it. Fly like a cannonball straight to my soul. Tear me to pieces and make me feel whole. I'm willing to fight for it and carry this weight. But with every step I keep questioning what is true. Fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where you are. Fall on me with all your light. With all your light. With all your love. I thought sooner or later that light up above is coming down in circles, now guide me to love. Since I don't see what's right for me and cannot see straight, I've been here so long and I don't want to wait for it. Fly like that cannonball straight to my soul. Tear me to pieces and make me feel whole. I'm willing to fight for it and carry this weight. But with every step I keep questioning what is true. Now fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where you are. Oh, fall on me with all your light. With all your light. With all your love. I close my eyes and I'm seeing you everywhere. I step outside, it's like I'm breathing you in the air. I can feel you, yes, I can feel you there. Oh, fall on me with open arms. Now fall on me with all your light. Yes, fall on me with all your love. With all your love. With all your light. Oh, fall on me with open arms. Oh, fall on me. Oh, from where you are. Now fall on me with all your light. With all your light. With all your love.
Thank you, Deborah and the Renegade Monks. And thank you, Reverend Deanne. Always a powerful message. I I know you're not feeling well, but you always deliver. I mean, you have that energy. And I forgot to recognize the flower arranger, Sarah Kaspari. I was sitting there and just noticing how beautiful the colors really pop out. So today, 15 minutes after service, we will have a discussion circle. Reverend Deanne's be heading off to a doctor's appointment, but the circle will happen. And those that come together, you kind of lead it yourself, all right? One of the wonderful things, we had our spiritual movie night this past Friday, and the movie was wonderful, but the discussion that we have afterwards is what it's all about. And so if you have a moment to join that circle outside, they connect with AI. Huh? With authentic interaction. Today at 12, there will be a prayer chaplain orientation. So if you have an interest in becoming a prayer chaplain here, if you want to hear a little bit more about it, it's free. So today at noon, and it'll be right here in the sanctuary. We have in the bookstore the book for our book study, Unapologetic Manifestation, 5 Steps to Create the Life You Want. Yes. Did you say hold it up?
So the only place you can get that book is here. It's not out there yet. I have a hookup with the author. So you need to get them from the bookstore. But at the moment, we have 52 books in stock, so there should be plenty for everyone at the moment, and I can get us more.
Yay. All right, and we need facilitators for our book study. So we're looking for 10 to 12. So if you are interested, you can see Carla out at the table and just let her know that you're interested. That would be wonderful. Book studies are a great way to connect with each other. I've been involved with many, and got to do it.
And they can be online or in person, so you can, it can be either format, whatever works for you.
Yes. Now we're going to go from extrovert to Chris for our faith in action.
Good morning, Unity in Marine. So our dear board treasurer, Pete, asked me to talk to you today about what it is that I give to Unity in Marine, but most importantly, why I'm part of the program of Faith in Action. So the why. Why? Well, Deanne mentioned it this morning already, but it's about supporting Unity in Marine as our home, as our community, as a place where I get to meet, folks with the same values, and it's a reminder of what's possible. So that's my Sunday, kickoff for the rest of the week, and then I'm back. So thank you. You're holding me in that. And now the why Faith in Action in particular, because the board has a budget, the board has needs. We need to keep the lights on. We need to support the wonderful staff, my wonderful wife. Thank you. So it's important to know what budget and what resources financially we have to count on. So Faith in Action allows the board to do that. It's something that you pledge. It's something that they'll expect will manifest. So it's very important for them to be able to plan programs, to plan a lot of things over the course of the year. Of course, the unexpected bounty that happen over the year are also great things. But faith in action is how my wife and I, at the end of the year, we sit together, we go through our budget, and we can contemplate what we can donate to Unity in Marine. It's also a great spiritual exercise to be able to do. And then what I love is that once it's done, then I don't have to think about it because we also do automatic payment. So that's something that is happening whether I'm here every Sunday or not. And I think that's important, and the board will say so. In addition, I know that my employer also have a matching program. So, free money for Unity in Marine as well. So that's important to pledge for our spiritual exercise, our commitment to Unity in Marine, but also if you happen to have an employer with a matching program. So this is it. Yes. Thank you. So yes, you do not have to be a member to participate in Faith in Action, and these are the numbers of our membership at 167, and at the moment we already have 126 contributors, but you see there is a gap, so we get to fill that gap, and we will fill that gap. Okay? That's good? Okay. All right.
She is so cute. All right, this is our giving and receiving time of our service. Ushers are going to be coming up shortly. There's many ways that you can give through the Church Center app. There's a QR code on your screen if you're live streaming. There's an envelope in your bulletin, and you can always write a check and drop it in the mail. And if you're writing a check today, get it started now, so when the basket comes around, you're all set. The spiritual connection card, of course, is in your bulletin, and there's, again, online, if there's a QR code for that as well. If you have a prayer that you would like, write it on that card and put it in the basket. Let's say our offering affirmation together. I am the power of abundance, giving and receiving gratefully. And so it is. And I forgot. In the bookstore, you can get all 12 powers. All right? And they're beautiful colors, just like the flowers. So I know most of you got one at the beginning of the year, but if you want the other 11, in the bookstore.
Oh, your love. When I'm lost, somehow you find me from within, there to guide me. Visions clear with you so near. Here in you, I find shelter, captivated by the splendor of your grace. My secret place, I'm wide awake, drawing close, stood by grace, and all my heart is yours. All fear removed, I breathe you in, I lean into your love. Whoa, your love. Your love so deep is washing over me. Your grace is all I seek. You are my everything. Oh, light of God, you hear my one desire to know you all my life. Compassion fills my heart. Your love so deep is washing over me. Your grace is all I seek. You are my everything. Oh, light of God, you hear my one desire. Compassion fills my heart to know you, oh, my life.
Thank you again, Deborah and Renegade Monks. All right, we have a new member class coming up Sunday. Is it next Sunday? Next Sunday, wow. Whether you are a current member, a former member, not a member yet, this class is for you. If you have questions about what unity means, that's a really good class to participate in.
If you want to know more about the matriarchy, come to the class.
All right, and then on the February 15th, Reverend Ken Daigle from Unity San Francisco will be giving the talk, and he'll be introducing the book, Unapologetic Manifestation. So you don't want to miss that. And the book study starts the following Sunday. And again, get your books. It's in the bookstore. Community Social Justice Choir is meeting on, next meeting is the 22nd. So whether you can sing or not, join them. They want voices with passion. Yes? All right. Unity and Marin prayer chaplains, can you please rise? If you have concerns, joys, anything you want to share with them, they will sit with you in sacred space. So do tap one on the shoulder, sit with them. Thank you. Do we have kids today? No kids today. I'm getting the
So if we could just rise, we're going to hold the children of the world. You know, the kids are doing all right. I have to say, in Minneapolis, the kids have been walking out. Middle school kids walked out, and then they were like, I don't know what to do. And we do have children. They can come on up. The middle school kids walked out, and then they got a little confused. And then all of a sudden, they looked, and all these high school kids had followed them out and like came to support the middle school. Right? So the kids are doing all right, but they still need our love, right? They still need our compassion. Hi. So we have a blessing that we say that is for the youth that's in the room, the youth that's in our hearts, and the youth of the world. So please know this with me. You are the perfect expression of divine light. We love you exactly the way you are. And so it is.
So it is. And let's say our prayer for protection.
The light of God
surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And so it is. Yeah.
Please join us. I hear the music down in my soul.
Down in my soul,
I hear the music
I hear the music
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music
I hear the music
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I have deep wisdom
Deep wisdom
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I have deep wisdom
Deep wisdom
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I have deep wisdom
Deep wisdom
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I love the silence
I love the silence
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I love the silence
I love the silence
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the power down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home.
Happy Sunday, everyone. I'll be over here at the door for a little bit, and then I gotta run off. But come say hi to me. Hi.
Guys here. What is this?
Microphones?
Do most drummers have them?